Come on, y'all. All right, I had to do this, but I've been on all these people's pages. Oh, I need a haircut. Damn. Okay, I've been on all these people's pages and checking out this Judgment Day thing, right? So I'm putting deodorant on. I ain't want to put that all on Facebook, and I just figured, I need to do something to lighten the load around here, man. Because the bottom line is, if whatever Judgment Day. So I'm gonna share something that my friend Kwame Upi Kibuchi, I know him as Kwame. This story that he gave to me, and it was funny, and it's kind of about Judgment Day. So basically, the story is, when you get to heaven, there's this dude at this desk in Judgment Day, and he's like, "What were you doing right before you died?" And then at that point, he decides, or this committee decides, if you go on to heaven. All right. So they're at this table. The dude, Saint whoever, it don't matter. He's sitting at the table. And the first guy comes up and he says, "Tell me what you were doing right before you died." He said, "Well, look, I came home and I found my wife butt naked on the bed." And I'm like, "What were you doing?" And she said, "I just took a shower." But her hair wasn't wet. He walked and looked in the shower and the shower wasn't wet. So he's like, "You wasn't taking no shower." They lived on the ninth floor of this apartment complex. So he went out on the balcony and there was this dude hanging on, just hanging on for dear life. So the husband flipped. He grabbed the flower pot, started banging the dude's hands, banging him, banging him, banging him, banging him. Finally, the dude had to let go. He fell. But his fall was broken by this bush and this awning. So he's on the ground, in pain and everything. But the husband upstairs, he's still flipping. He runs and he gets this chest that they have at the end of their bed. Super duper heavy. He runs to the window because he's got all this strength. And he just throws it out. The same dude. He's telling the story. "I threw it out the window. And it landed on a dude at the bottom and the dude died. But all the stress and all the excitement, the husband had a heart attack and he died." So that's what he told the saint. He said, "That's how I died." He said, "All right, well, go ahead in the room. We'll talk about this later. We'll figure out where that lands." The next guy comes in. He says, "Well, tell me what you were doing." He said, "Well, actually, all I was doing was working on the air conditioner on the 10th floor of this apartment building. And I slipped and I fell and I grabbed onto the balcony of this ninth floor apartment. But then this crazy dude came out and started beating my hands with a flower pot, beating them, and then I fell, but my fall was broken by an awning and a bush. But then the crazy dude ran and threw a big heavy chest on top of me." And the saint behind the desk said, "Wow, this is a good one. This is deep. Go ahead in there with the boy in there. You might have something to talk to him about. So go ahead and we'll talk to you in a second." So the third dude comes up, and the saint is like, "Man, you ain't gonna believe the story of the two guys that came before me, but let me hear your story." He says, "Well, I was having an affair with this woman, and her husband came home, and I ran and jumped into this chest.